Hey everybody, how are we doing? We're going to go over the lesson for eating out one. And for eating out one, the lesson is that we are at a restaurant. I'm thinking kind of a fancy restaurant, something that's a little better than, say, a fast food restaurant. All right, now let's go ahead and start from the top. We've got our question here, and the waiter is going to ask you this question. Are you ready to order? Are you ready to order? They're asking you, are you ready to tell me what you want to eat? So, are you ready to order? Yes, we'll say yes. Yes, I'll have and then we'll state the menu item, the food that we want. Then of course we want to add please at the end of our answer to make it polite. Um, Now I'm gonna go ahead and use the menu item steak because we are gonna be talking a little bit about steak with this question and answer. So let me just write steak in here. Are you ready to order? Yes, I'll have the steak, please. Now we're using the article the here because it's already assumed that we know what food is served at this restaurant. We're not going to say I'll have a steak because that could be any steak. So it's kind of like the person is looking at the menu and they say I'll have the steak. So it's a definite. It's going to be this noun's already going to be known, and the is the definite article. Now, when the waiter or waitress asks you, "Are you ready to order?" and you're not, maybe you need more time, you would say this: "No, I need a little more time," and then say, "Thank you." Be polite. No, I need a little more time. Thank you. Of course, we have just ordered the steak. So are you ready to order? Yes, I'll have the steak, please. Now, with steak, the waiter or waitress is going to ask you how you want that cooked. There's different ways to cook a steak. So we've got rare, where the steak is just cooked a little bit, where it's brown on the outside, but all red on the inside. So it's almost raw. Then you got medium rare where the steak is brown on the outside and there's some pink in the middle. And then there's well done where the steak is just cooked all the way. Now different people are gonna have different preferences on how they want their steak cooked. I think most people like their steak medium rare, or there's also medium too. So we're just gonna use medium rare for this example. How would you like that cooked? We're using that, we're referring to the steak, which has already previously been mentioned. How would you like that cooked? Or, instead of saying that, you can also say the steak. How would you like the steak cooked? How would you like that cooked? Right here, this is just optional. I'd like it cooked, and cooked is optional. You don't have to say it. Most people, when they're asked, how would you like that cooked, they'll just say their preference. They'll just say medium rare, rare, well done, medium. So, a lot of times it's just a one word answer, but if you do want to answer in a complete sentence, you can say, I'd like it cooked medium rare. Cooked is also optional. You can say, I'd like it medium rare. Okay, so the other dishes in this lesson, I believe we've got like chicken cream pasta, and we got different dishes. For the other dishes, you're not going to have to ask how would you like that cooked. This question is only for steak. Okay, so we've done made our order. We've done ordered our food from our waiter or waitress. So we've ordered the main dish. Now, usually with a main dish, such as steak or baked chicken, and there are plenty of others, that will come with a side dish. So a side dish could mean anything. I think the most common side dish for a steak is a potato. And for baked chicken, maybe like steamed broccoli or maybe a salad. So yeah, plenty of side dishes. So I'm just using the side dishes for the steak, baked chicken. So the waiter or waitress will ask you, which side would you like? So what side dish do you want with your main dish? Now in this case, we're going to continue on with steak here. So we can say, I'd like the, again, we're going to use the, we're just going to use the because it's obviously going to be on the menu. So we're going to use the definite article. So I could say, I'd like the baked potato. If you don't want a potato with your steak, maybe you can say broccoli. I'd like the broccoli, or I'd like the steamed broccoli. There's plenty of different ways to make broccoli. So yeah, so just you can use the um you can also no, no, we're not going to do that. So just use the definite article. Now, we also have for here, we have the dishes chicken cream pasta and a chimichanga, which is a very delicious Mexican food. It's kind of like a fried burrito. It's very delicious. Um, but anyways, for these two, we're gonna see, typically like a pasta, it's gonna come with a topping like a Parmesan cheese. So it's like a topping, it just goes on top of the dish, or it goes on top of the food. So our question here is, would you like any topping on that? For chicken cream pasta, of course, we would say Parmesan cheese. I'm just abbreviating this here. Parmesan cheese. Would you like any Parmesan cheese on that? And of course, that is referring to chicken cream pasta. So if we replace that, it would say, would you like any Parmesan cheese on the chicken cream pasta? Now, for a chimichanga, it would be queso, which is kind of like a not like kind of little bit of a spicy nacho cheese. So would you like any queso on that? Now you can answer if you do want the topping. Yes, thank you. That's all you got to say. Um, if not, you can say no, no. You can also say on the side, please. On the side, which means they won't put it on top of the food, they'll just put it on the side, and you can put however much of it you want on there. So yes, we use on the side a lot. Um, so yes, you can use this word right here. So they put the food on the side. They're not going to put it on your food. And then, of course, the last question that will be asked is, what would you like to drink? What would you like to drink? And you can answer, again, this is flexible. We'll answer in the full sentence first. So let's say I'll have a beverage as a drink. I'll have a cola. I'll have a I'll have a beer. I'll have wine. Now with wine, we do not want to use because um, beer, wine, water, cola, these are all technically uncountable nouns, but so many people many English speakers will say, I'll have a cola, I'll have a beer, I'll have a water. Those are okay, but with wine, I've never heard someone say, I'll have a wine. It's not to say that no one's ever used it, but again, you know, when we're speaking, we usually follow different grammatical rules. So I'll have a cola. Now you don't need a. You can just say I'll have cola. I'll have wine. I'll have beer. That's okay too. And if that's just a little too weird for you, just say the name of the drink. What would you like to drink? Wine. What would you like to drink? Cola. What would you like to drink? Milk. So yes, you can just say the name of the beverage if you'd like. You just say that. That's quite all right to do. So you know, eating out, going to a restaurant, this stuff is just very basic. It usually follows the same pattern. You know, the next section we're going to go over and we're going to look at ordering appetizers. And now we're going to be going over ordering appetizers at a restaurant. I moved this section to the final part of the video because when you're ordering appetizers, this could be the first thing the waiter asks you. It could be after you've ordered your food. So, you know, after you've ordered your food, they may ask you, would you like any appetizers while you're waiting? Or they may ask you at the beginning, the waiter, as soon as you come in the restaurant, the waiter may just come up to you and say, would you like any appetizers? So, but anyways, we're just gonna kind of quickly go over this. So, would you like any appetizers? And of course, that's just kind of a light snack to have before your main dish. Now, if we say yes to this, you can say sure. You can say yes too. It doesn't matter. You don't have to follow the script. You don't have to follow every part of the script here. So you can say sure, and then name your appetizer. And then you can say look, if this is going to be an uncountable appetizer, say like an onion blossom, or you would say, I'm sorry, I messed up there. Sure, the onion blossom, that's the uncountable. We want to use S. The onion blossom looks good. Because an onion blossom, that's kind of like it's kind of a flowery onion ring fried dish. It's really delicious. But anyways, yes, if it's an uncountable appetizer, you want to use looks. Now, something like quesadillas or French, or maybe like chili cheese fries, or what up, nachos. Those are going to be countable, so you want to use look. So I've already went over the onion blossom, so we would say the onion blossom looks good. The onion blossom looks good. Now, if I take onion blossom away and I say, sure, the nachos, yeah, it's got an S at the end, sure, the nachos look good. So just make sure, you know, this S is going to be a little bit, you're going to have to be able to use it correctly. So with a countable object, use the S. With a non-countable appetizer, make sure you use S. Now, you know, another uncountable appetizer would probably be like fondue, which is I don't know too much about fondue, but I know it's something that you take bread and you dip it in a kind of a cheese. So a fondue, that would be uncountable. Sure, the fondue looks good. Now, the final part, if you do not want an appetizer, you say no, thank you. That's all. And that just means I'm finished. I'm done. I just want the steak. That's it. So yeah, that's gonna be it. If you just want to say no, thank you, that's all. Or you can say that's it too. So both of them just mean, you know, I'm finished. I'm done ordering. No more. So that is going to conclude the lesson for eating out one, and this is for a restaurant. The next lesson we will be covering ordering food in a fast food restaurant, which is not much of a difference. But I do thank you very much for following along, and I will see you in the next lesson.